Hi, this is Josh Halpern. I've been working with LibreText since about 2014, and I retired from Howard University in 2017. I mention this as an indicator of how old I am. I've lived through the introduction of many things into education: calculators, computers, the web, cell phones, and now AI. What impresses me about AI is the clever and useful ways that students and faculty are finding to use it, and of course, the disruptive ways. By the way, if you have any questions or want to discuss what I'm talking about today, send me email, use the conference messaging system, or if you're in Denver, look me up. The subject of the talk is how AI can help handle the boring bits. Any job has boring bits. Some of them are so bad that you just don't want to finish and you abandon the job. AI can handle those, but it requires supervision. You are what you eat. That's true of computers and AI in general. But if you can restrict the search to a vetted knowledge base, then you can eliminate many of the hallucinations while enjoying the benefits of AI. That's the idea between retrieval augmented generation and the LibreText libraries are the knowledge base whose uniform format allows simple construction of the RAG tutor. LibreText has built such a tutoring system with Sandbox AQ. I'm going to play this video for a minute or so, and of course, test your knowledge. So imagine if all of your textbooks were free. And if you had the power to get personalized learning plans, chat with your textbooks, and be assessed. So the engine is built, and we're awaiting implementation, which I hope will take part in the next year. In September, I went to Paris to a UNESCO meeting about digital learning. I think a lot of people, myself included, came away with a useful model for AI's use in education. Right now, we're in the copy-paste era. ChatGPT, effectively computerized chat. We're moving towards tutoring. I just showed you a video about our tutoring system. In tutoring, the AI is the source of information. What we really want to move to is a mentoring system where the AI becomes a facilitator of learning as a tool for teachers. But what this talk's supposedly about is the secretarial, editorial uses of AI, things that we use every day, like grammar checking, spell checking, translation, and space. These are basically boring things that take time to do, but have to be done. In 2022, LibreText used Amazon Web Services to translate all of our books into Spanish, and it gets a lot of use around the world. But moving back to the topic of the talk, the boring bits, making an index, a glossary, or a table of contents, transcripts, all text grading, and similar things. AI can help with these things. For example, at LibreText, we've built an author support system, which, if you want, meta tags every page. And from the meta tags, which you can add to or subtract from, it can build an index. The AI also provides summaries that help reader make their way around the book and creates alt text for images. Of course, alt text generators are quite common. There are lots of commercial ones. Everyone has their favorite. One thing we did with our CK editor a few years ago, this isn't quite AI, but pattern matching, is that we had a little guy at the end of the editor bar. And if you pressed on that, you invoked an accessibility checker, which can go through major accessibility issues on the page, and it will show you what the problems are. Technically, this isn't AI. There's no large language model, but it sure helps ensure accessibility. Eventually, we will introduce AI elements into the checker to automate its use, still under user control. I just noticed before recording this that in September, Pressbooks announced a limited free trial for their new accessibility authoring tool. LibreText is very strongly oriented towards remixing. Remixing, if it's simple and fast, lets you build your textbook for your course and your students. Our remixer, drag and drop, makes the job easy, but this and other features require a uniform format for things to go smoothly. As part of the remixer, we have auto numbering. So if you move a page, for example, you move chapter 2 into chapter 1 or whatever, this will become chapter 1, and that will become chapter 2. The pages, images, equations in the chapter will all be renumbered. If you've ever tried to do this by hand, and that's where I came into OER in 2014, that's a really, really fist pounding with exasperation activity. The remixer enables you to make the textbook very flexibly and very easily. Let me give you an example. Lee Pham at Evergreen College has used the remixer to introduce AI exercises and case studies into her own textbook. You can see some of the advantages listed here, and she has an online LibreFest talk explaining what she did. It's the kind of ingenuity that AI is leading to. There are lots of apps out there to help with building OER, grant proposals, and more. One of my favorite is MathPix, which lets you create latex code from images, even handwritten images, and these are very, very close to MathJax, which can be used in HTML textbooks, OER textbooks. It saves a lot of time and makes the equation editor in Word, well, I shouldn't really say anything more. But a lot of equation editors are completely unsuited to OER because they produce an image for insertion into the HTML text, which is not accessible. MathPix has been a great help in bringing new materials into LibreText. You probably have your favorite apps. Feel free to put them into comments or send me a short list, and I will create a list for others to use. That's my 10-minute talk, shorter than Andy Warhol's 15. If you have any questions, please email me at jhalpern@libretext.org.